Well, in general, if you look at the people who go to these rallies, a working person cannot basically give up their entire day, wait in a 5-hour line and show up at this rally and then try to get home afterwards. Like, they have jobs.
Vlad, think about this. Poor white people, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing is worse than being poor and white because it's your fault.
What do you mean?
You had everything going for you.
You
had the fucking red carpet. You had
just because you're white.
You had the red carpet. When you're poor and a minority, people apologize to you. They go, "Oh my God, we did this to you. We're so sorry that we put you in. You had this systemic oppression, all this shit." When you're poor and white,
I have been poor.
When you're poor and white, people go, "Use your fucking skin, stupid." There's no sympathy for white poverty. There is sympathy for every other type of poverty. So my feeling is...
You could be sympathetic, but you'll still be poor.
But who's sympathetic for poor white people? There's people out there...
No, what I'm saying is the sympathy does not put money in your pocket. Doesn't get you out of being poor. Sympathy.
Would you rather be...
Simple sympathy does not get you out of your position.
Would you rather be poor with an excuse for it or poor with no excuse for it?
I'd rather not be poor, period.
I didn't ask that question.
I don't care about the excuse doesn't matter.
We're comparing poverty.
In fact, the excuse almost makes it worse.
I think it does. I think it does because it gives you an excuse not to change, not to get somewhere else. There's always that thing in the back that goes, man, the reason why I'm not here is because someone's holding me down.
Justifying a bad situation allows you to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
it's
what
like, I think T.I. said it. He goes, I see y'all are unhappy with your lives, but you're at the club every night, every weekend.
Yeah.
What are you celebrating?
Good one.
What are you celebrating?
Sure.
Like I remember when I was broke, when I moved to New York and I was homeless, and like I remember what it was like. I remember not being able to, sleeping on couches, finally getting an apartment, not being able to afford a bed, like that type of shit. And I remember like I still had a Rolex. Like a real, basic Rolex that I had from my previous life, essentially, back when I had money. And I remember I would never wear it because I'm like, I'm broke as fuck. What am I doing flossing with a fucking, it's like a $2,000 watch when I'm broke as fuck?
Yeah.
I'm broke. I'm not, that's there just in case I get even more broke and I have to, pawn it. But like, I can't celebrate being broke. I can't pretend like I'm not broke when I'm broke.
Yeah, I
got to deal with being broke, and I'm going to have to try to be not broke, which is how I am now. I'm not broke anymore. So, I don't know.
So you're telling people to deal with their brokenness. You're saying don't worry.
Well, you should feel uncomfortable being broke.
So you're saying don't put any weight in systemic oppression or racism and deal with your brokenness.
No, I think that's a very real thing. But you also got to understand that I'm an immigrant. I come with an immigrant mentality, which is a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a little bit different than being
the worst thing,
a broke, native-born American.
Look, the worst thing that anybody can have in terms of being successful in America is being from here. The worst thing. Because my mom's an immigrant, so I grew up with the immigrant.
I am an immigrant.
I know. My mom's an immigrant, so I grew up with the immigrant mentality, right? The immigrant mentality is not, I'm owed this, where's my shit? The immigrant mentality is, this is the greatest place on earth because if I work, I can actually get something, right? So I grew up with that mentality. My mom told me every single fucking day, if you reach for the stars, you get to the moon. You got to the fucking moon, so go for it, right? That was the dream mentality. Now, when you look at people who come to America, Nigerians, Caribbean, people from the Caribbean, out-succeed not just black people in America, all races in America. So to me, what that says is, one, it's possible, despite racial inequality, to be successful, right? Because Nigerians come here within one fucking generation, they're all dentists and doctors, right? So to me, what I'm saying is, despite the incredible hardships, there is possibility, right? So you have to look at that.
Listen, I have a woman who works for me who's from St. Lucia, and she works for me from 9 to 5, and then works her other job from like 5 to like 4 in the morning, gets like 2 hours of sleep and comes back and works for me again. And I'm looking at her going like, how are you doing this? But you know something? She drives a nice BMW. Her husband has a Range Rover. She's got designer bags. She never complains about nothing. She's always happy. She's always cheerful. And she's older. She's like, I think in her late 50s, and she busts her ass. And it's like, it's inspiring.
I wish everybody could be an immigrant. I can't tell you. I wish. My dad comes from money, went to college. My dad's old, so he's 74 years old. When you went to college back in the day, it was like having a fucking doctorate now. Like, if you had a college education, that was huge.
Yeah.
And my dad ends up working for my mom. My mom stopped going to school at 15 years old in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, the immigrant experience is the greatest fucking thing you can have because it makes you take nothing for granted. Americans, white, black, I don't care what color you are, when you're from here, we take this shit for granted. Yeah. We think we're owed stuff. We think that people are taking opportunities away from us, that kind of shit. Go get yours.
Yep.
Go get yours. This is America.
This is America. So recently, Wyclef compared Young Thug to Tupac.
Yeah.
What'd you take out of that? People lost their shit.
Wyclef compared Young Thug to Tupac.
Yeah.
They've both worn tutus.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I don't think Tupac wore a tutu.
Didn't he do some ballet?
Yeah, but men don't wear tutus.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just...
When they're doing ballet.
I don't care about Tupac. And I like Young Thug's music a lot. I don't care about his personality outside of his music. But I really like his music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tupac, I've just, it's cool. Yeah, I guess, he did it. Has some nice songs.
Well,
I just don't care that much. Like, I really don't give a fuck. And, like, if you're offended that Wyclef, who has way more music expertise than any of you could ever fucking have, made a statement about two musicians that he probably knows better than you'll ever fucking know, go fuck yourself. Okay? If Ronald McDonald tells you a hamburger tastes good, take his fucking word for it, all right? The guy has a lot of experience with hamburgers, all right? So if Wyclef says it, give him some fucking kudos. That's it. You don't know shit about music compared to Wyclef. You can't strum a guitar. You can't play a fucking drum. You can't put a beat into a producing beat thing with all the switches. You can't rap to save your fucking life, okay?
You can't sing.
You can't sing shit. You don't know any other fucking languages.
Right.
Wyclef knows all the You don't look good naked on a motorcycle. That's for damn sure.
Greased up.
All greased up, okay? You never visited Haiti. Shut your fucking mouth. That's what I tell you. I really believe, I'm tired of you discrediting experts. This is a real fucking expert, okay? We need to give experts the credit they deserve. At least hear the motherfucker out. Most of these people commenting never even knew who the fuck Tupac was. You knew Tupac after he died. Let's keep it real. Anybody commenting is probably under 20 years old, maybe under 25 years old.
Well, keep in mind Tupac dissed Wyclef.
Say what?
Tupac dissed Wyclef.
Oh, so you think there was some personal thing?
No, I don't think so, because actually, I remember I made this mixtape project. It was called Rap Phenomenon. Mm-hmm. This Tupac mixtape project. It was me, Green Lantern, and Dirty Harry. It was this huge project to this day. And what we did is we took these Tupac verses, put them on new beats, and got all these artists to jump on it. And Wyclef actually jumped on a song with Tupac.
So it's good.
It was really dope. Like the way it came out was super dope. And it was like if he really had animosity towards Tupac, he would have never done that.
Yeah.
And really, the whole Tupac Wyclef thing was that Wyclef had some sort of relations with Haitian Jack and I think Jimmy Henchman and stuff like that. And those, when Tupac got shot up and things like that. It was really more of a fuck you and everyone around you as opposed to like fuck Tupac in particular and fuck Wyclef.
Anybody who cares about this is bored. Go fucking do something with your life.
What do you think about...
Go to work. Get a fucking job.
What do you think about the whole cross-dressing Young Thug thing?
Do you. I don't care what another man wears.
Yeah.
If your day is consumed by judging what another man wears, maybe you're into men. Right? Like when we got all these Instagram girls showing pussy and titties and ass, they're a scroll away. All you gotta do is go to the Explore page and fucking thumb down and you can see all the ass, titties, and pussy you want. You got a whole internet worth of porn and you're looking at Young Thug in a fucking skirt and you're upset by that? Ask yourself some questions, fam. Maybe you need to enroll in that school Dr. Umar Johnson hates because you are very interested in what this gentleman is wearing. When I listen to his music, I don't look at pictures of him while I do it, okay? I listen to pick up the phone, and I want to pick up the phone, and that's it.
But when you're listening to his music, the Jeffrey album cover comes up, and he's wearing the dress on that.
When I listen to a fucking song, I'm not staring at my phone like this. Oh my God, look at that fluffy dress that Jeffrey's wearing, and he has an umbrella. Good Lord. Look at this umbrella. How could a man wear an umbrella? Who gives a fuck?
All right, well-
Listen to the goddamn music.